Assalamualaikum, here's your geography teacher Rosma Iqbal. We are going to start chapter number 4, that is Forest of the World. In this chapter, you will study about the forests that are present in the world, their types, their vegetation, and the factors that are affecting these vegetations. So first of all, in first lecture, we are going to study natural vegetation, agriculture, types of vegetation, and the climatic effect. In this climatic effect, you are going to deal with two factors that are precipitation and the temperature. So let's start from the natural vegetation. So, natural vegetation, the type of vegetation that grows naturally without any human interference, without any human assist. The type of vegetation that grows in the nature is known as natural vegetation. Vegetation means we are not using our vegetable, it's vegetation. You may confuse with these two words, but vegetation is actually a general term that is used for all type of autotrophic or all type of creations, you can say that, and the type of organisms that grow from the soil. Okay, so we are going to have examples of natural vegetation. These are forests, grasslands, mosses, lichens, algae, shrubs. You know that forests are actually those type of vegetation in which there are large woody trees, thus trees that are having large woody stem and are present in a very abundant form. Grasslands are actually having grasses. There is no woody stem present in the grasslands. Okay. Next, moss. Moss is actually a plant, type of plant. But these plants don't have vascular bundles. Vascular bundle, there is no xylem and phloem. These plants need to grow in the moist area or in the presence of water. They need a quantity of water to grow, and they are very short in heights. You can see that they looks like a mats, and on the other side there is algae. Algae is not a plant. It is actually organism look like plants. They are plant like organisms but not plants. They don't have roots, stem or leaves. Okay, they are also autotrophs, green in color. They usually form sheets. Here comes lichens. Lichens are actually combination of algae and fungi both. Algae are autotroph, they can make their own food, but fungi are unable to do that. Fungi are not autotroph, these are heterotrophic organisms. But these two combine and make a association called lichen. Here both of these get benefited from each other. Algae make food and fungi absorbed nutrients like water and other nutrients that are minerals and provide it to the algae to make the food. Here comes shrubs. Shrubs are actually woody plants but they are short in height as compared to trees. Okay, so how natural vegetation grow? I am saying that natural vegetation is a type of vegetation that grows without any human interference, without any human assist. You don't need to water them. You don't need to provide them fertilizers, pesticides. They will grow on their own. Environmental factors will assist them, will help them in order to grow. Rainfall will water them. Rainfall will help them to assist to grow. Okay? Natural soil will help them to grow. It will provide them nutrients. You don't need to add fertilizers. You know that what are fertilizers? Fertilizers are actually additional. These are extra nutrients that we add to soil in order to make growth of our plant a very good. Well, okay. And pesticides are those chemicals that are used to kill pests, that are used to kill worms that grows along with the plants. Okay. So after the death of these pests, our plants grow very well. Okay, so which two things make them help to grow? These are natural rainfall or climate, temperature, everything that is uh, occurring naturally help the plants to grow well. So the opposite term to the natural vegetation is agriculture. Agriculture is the activity that is done by human interference. It can't be done without human assist. So an activity that is done by farmers in order to yield crops, in order to produce crops is called as agriculture. Okay. Growing and harvesting of crops in particular natural and human environment. We usually have a natural environment. We usually have a type of soil, but in this soil we usually do work. We plow these soil, and we add additional chemicals that are fertilizer, pesticide. We water these crops. We make usually channels in order to provide water to these crops. So everything is getting done by humans. Okay, in agriculture vegetation do not grow automatically. It is getting done by humans. Okay, so what are types of vegetation? There are three types of vegetation. There are forest, grasslands and desert vegetation. I already told you that vegetation, uh, here comes the forest vegetation. You can see that in forest vegetation there are abundant of trees or vegetation, and soil is very porous, very nutrient. On the other hand, grasslands are having also green environment. The grass is getting grow on it. Okay, but the third type of vegetation, that is desert vegetation, you can see that it is not rich in nutrient, and it is usually having acute shortage of water. So the growth of plant is not that high as compared to the grasslands and the forest vegetation. Okay, now we are going to study the effect of climate on natural vegetation. So natural vegetation is getting influenced by climate. Climate usually affect the nature because we are not going to water them, we are not going to provide them nutrients. That means natural environment need to do that. So natural environment get very affected, highly affected by the climate. So here we are going to two factors of climate that will affect the natural vegetation. First one is precipitation. Precipitation is usually called as rainfall or snow. Anything that is getting condensed from the atmosphere from to the land is called as precipitation. And second one is temperature. So precipitation is not getting is not distributed equally on all areas of the earth, on all regions of the earth. At some areas there is high rainfall, and in some areas there is very less rainfall. So due to high and less rainfall, because deserts are having less rainfall, so you can see that there is so much you can say gaps between the vegetation, and you can see the length is very shorter of the plant. Okay, so due to precipitation, three types of vegetation occur. In forests are those areas in which rainfall is more than 100 centimeter. Now there will be a question that what is meant by the 100 centimeter rainfall, 25 centimeter. So when is rain getting fall on the ground? If the rain is not getting absorbed by the ground or not getting leach means not getting moving down into the surface of earth. If it stay over the upper layer, and if rain is getting fall, how much area is get covered, and how much length rain will make on the ground. If after getting fall on the ground in the forest, if it is making length of about 100 centimeter, more than 100 centimeter, then these areas will be forest. And if the length of his rain is getting lower than 100 centimeter or more than 25 centimeter, then these type of areas will be grasslands. And if it is lower than the 25 centimeter, then the areas will be desert lands. Okay, and the vegetation will be their desert vegetation. Now temperature is also responsible for classification of different region. You know that deserts are having high temperatures as compared to forest and other, but forests are also divided into subcategories due to their temperature effect. Okay, so these are tropical forest, temperate forest and boreal forest. Tropical forests are actually having high temperature, but in temperate forest the temperature is medium and also goes with the boreal forest. Okay, distribution of vegetation changes with the change in temperature. As the temperature change, vegetation also change. So you know that in polar region temperature is so low, it is below the freezing point, so vegetation here are fewer, while in the temperate regions the temperature is higher and the vegetation is in maximum quantity, present in maximum quantity. Reason is that the most of the plants grow with the temperature higher than 40 degree, and very few plants grow with the temperature lower than 20 degree or 10 degree centigrade. But polar regions are having very low temperature, so their vegetation is also very fewer. Okay, so now your homework is that you need to memorize the difference between natural vegetation and agriculture, as you know that both are opposite terms. Effect of climate, you need to learn about precipitation and temperature, how precipitation affect the vegetation and how temperature affect the vegetation. So this was your first lecture. You need to uh, study it very carefully and marks the important points and learn these terms. Thank you.